Hey guys, Christina here. I just thought I would give you kind of an update. I don't remember what day this is. I think it might be like day 6 or 7 for my second 100 days reboot. Of course, I started on prednisone and Zyrtec yesterday, so this is day 2 where I'm taking 4 1-milligram tabs. I have to do that for 3 days, then take 3 tabs, then take 2 tabs. There's 3 days each time until I'm weaned off of it. So between that and Zyrtec, I'm pretty wiped out. Better than I was yesterday. Sorry. But my legs are wobbly and stuff, so I'm not working out at this point, and I'm trying to still eat as clean as possible. Ate handmade hamburgers this morning that I mixed the burger with herbs and stuff, but before that I gave some raw to the kittens, and Balam really likes raw hamburger. That's his jam. But did those this morning, and you know, I'm kind of eating at my max of what MyFitnessPal says right now, but it's like I'm still so bloody hungry, and at this point I don't know what is the prednisone doing it and what is just me, because before I started it I was back to normal again and able to do around 12 to 14 without a problem, but right now, you know, with the activity I'm doing 16 to 17. Not my ideal, but I just need to get through this first. The swelling has tremendously gone down in my hands. This hand was always kind of normal. This one was so swollen that it looked like the nail was going to separate from the skin. The skin is still bad. I can close my hand though, which is a big difference. Still using the burn ointment on it with lidocaine. It's 4% lidocaine if it gets to where I can't move it. And then I got some oatmeal infused nitrile gloves to wear at work. Box of 250 was 24 bucks. I'm putting on my name on that box, and I'm guarding it with my life, I'll tell you. I know that these particular gloves work because they're the brand that Minneapolis Children's Hospital uses, and I used them there, and they were fantastic. Because sometimes regular nitrile even will irritate me. And my doctor and I discussed how this started to begin with, and probably, you know, it just has not gone away, and it doesn't need that contact allergen anymore that I got exposed to in dialysis. The allergen I got exposed to, we figured out, it was the fact that the clinic manager wanted to go as cheap as possible and always ordered latex gloves. And what you're doing in dialysis is you're washing your hands in antibacterial soap with triclosan. There's a problem right there. Then you're going to the patient's bed, you're using the hand sanitizer, put gloves on, touch the patient, take the gloves off, put hand sanitizer on, put gloves on, touch the machine. You can touch the patient at this point because you've touched the machine. But you don't want to go from the patient to the machine, you can go from the machine to the patient. So when you're done touching the patient, you have to take the gloves off, do the hand sanitizer, put gloves on. And it's latex. So we figured the chemical burning and the allergen probably started back then, and the manager had a fit when the clinic doctor said, no, she's getting nitrile gloves, and I had to guard those boxes with my life at that point. Those were my boxes of gloves. The only time we had nitrile is if the patient had an allergy to latex, then we used them for that, but I had my own. She didn't like that. It was more money being spent and out of her bottom line. and her bottom line meant her bonuses and things like that, you know, which I didn't get as a nurse. But, you know, I had to sit there and suffer through it otherwise. So the problem had started back then, and that was back in, I think I quit work in dialysis back in 2013 or 2014. I think it was 2014. So that was really, really miserable. Just super miserable. And you know, when you have 23 patients and you're doing that all night and your constant exposure, then there's the bleach cleaning the machines, and you have the latex gloves on to clean the machines after everything's said and done, and that's externally. Then you're handling mixing the bicarbonate, and you're mixing the potassium baths, and you're you know, having to clean all of this stuff, and the nurses have to do it too, just like the PCAs. The techs don't do that. They come in and do maintenance on the machines and the computers and everything. But that was the environment, and I think I ran into a lot of problems then, and I never have had the greatest immune system to begin with. I had a gnat bite one time near my eye that caused my entire side of my face to scale in high school. So you can imagine how much teasing I got from that. I ended up with these massive welts and huge rash all over my face, and then it was scaling, and my parents wouldn't take me to the doctor, you know. And then I had kind of the same incidents when I lived up in Duluth, out in the North Woods, and I went for that walk, as I said in my past video, where I don't know what I got bit in. I had long pants on and everything, but I was going through tall grasses out by the creek. You know, I always went out there, and ended up head to toe in that similar rash, and the hospital gave me a topical and gave me oatmeal baths and sent me home, and didn't do any testing, didn't do anything. So we're still going to see, it's either tomorrow or Tuesday that the rheumatologist clinic is going to call and set up an appointment, find out what's going there. Somebody mentioned that I might be having some connective tissue disorder, but we'll see what my blood work shows. Got my blood work back from my last visit a couple days ago, and had some good news on there. I was pretty happy with it overall. So was my doctor, beside the fact that he said I looked really good. My blood sugar, fasting blood sugar, was 107, which is, now they're saying that they want your blood sugar to be from 60 to 100. So they keep lowering this number, and it's like, where do you get to the point where somebody's going to just pass out while they're walking down the street? You know, I mean, there is a point that their numbers are getting a little too tight. But 107, he was super duper happy with it. My A1C was 6.2, which means it's gone down. The highest they want your A1C, which is your 3-month blood sugar, and that's the one that does not lie. The highest they want is 6.7. You got cat butt. Mine was 6.2. There was one point that it was almost 8. So, I mean, this is tremendous. And the metformin, the oral diabetes medication, is only going to do so much. You still have to do a lot dietary, which I have been doing. I mean, yeah, I'll have chips and I'll have things that are not good for me, and, you know, they're higher carbohydrate, but overall I have significantly cut down carbohydrates. I don't drink juice. I don't drink sugar of anything. I don't drink as much water as I should. There's a cat. But, you know, I still, I've really significantly cut down on my sugar intake. And I mean, I'll still eat fruit and stuff, but like if I have canned fruit, I have stuff with no added sugar at all and stuff like that. I don't check my blood sugars daily. Strips can get expensive, but there's that change. So that was good news. My pulse and blood pressure were normal. I had been out walking and stuff in the heat, and my pulse was only 72. My blood pressure was like 123 over 80 or something, so really fantastic compared to what it used to be at. So he was happy with that, so was I. But he's saying the more weight I get off, then I'm going to be off of the oral diabetes medication, which is just perfect for me. My thyroid was actually in the right range, despite the hassles that I've had over the last few months with trying to keep my thyroid going and no medications and all that crap. It actually hung in there. But then I got back on medication as soon as I could too, because I can't go very long without it. So that's where things are sitting. I just have to wait on that phone call, but I can move. I'm so wiped out. So I apologize there was no live stream this last week. Saturday I was gonna do it. I was just so tired. And same thing Friday. I was exhausted. It's just no way. I was out and about all day Friday though, but Saturday the Zyrtec and the first dose of prednisone. Oh my gosh, there's no explaining how tired you get. So, the other thing I gotta watch for is edema, because I'll get some fluid gain and stuff like that, and some weight gain from the prednisone, but that's only like 15 days worth, and then it should be gone again, as long as I keep a watch on it. So, yeah, there we sit. I'm hoping I have Tuesday off, and I plan on sleeping, so I'm really hoping by Friday I'm going to be feeling better and we can get to working on the troll doll again and get some stuff done. Twin Cities Pagan Pride is coming in the 7th of September, so I got to get face painting signs finished for that. I've got one more to go, and just get some smaller projects for the sale table and finish some chainmail bracelets and stuff. And then I have to work on an Eiffel Tower painting for somebody, so that one I gotta get started, so I don't know if I'll live stream that. And yeah, so after that it's just personal projects like finishing a dragon and things. So we'll see where things go, and hopefully maybe I can get back into Minecraft, but hard to do on working 6 days a week. So there we go. Dragon of Marduk, he's still sitting back there. Just got to get the money together to get him scanned, get the print made, and sent the print and the painting to Digital Hammurabi, but they've already been using him on their channel. But he looks really good. I'm kind of glad he's sitting there just a little bit longer, so. But there you go, you guys. Oh, sorry. I better get back to it. So, gotta get ready for work. So blessed be everybody. Have a great night.